is long. It's about 36 inches. The longer foam roller you can use for your shoulders and along your spine. And that is where I personally carry most of my tension, like right at my rhomboids, right at the top of my shoulders, middle of my shoulder blades. That whole area just has a lot of stress and tension in my body. So I use this foam roller weekly. Best practice 3 times a week would be great. Before I start any foam rolling practice, I like to just lay on my foam roller with my spine against it for up to 10 minutes. That's really best. And sometimes I'll do my meditation on my foam roller so that I can get that length and the depth around my spine available to me, but also so that I can do my meditation. It's going to help me relax my body. It's going to land better in my mind, and it just kind of works together, I've found. So it can be really helpful. A couple things to keep in mind when you are foam rolling. Try to hold the foam roller where you feel sensation for 1 to 2 minutes. Try to relax your body as much as possible, and especially the muscle that you are rolling. Drink lots and lots of water, especially after. Foam rolling is pretty much like getting a massage. You're just doing it to yourself. The other thing to be mindful of is how slow you're doing it. So when you're rolling out your muscles, you want to go very, very slowly. Kind of like in yoga when we work our edge and we're just really slowly moving into something. It's the same principle. Breathing, slow movements, mindful awareness of where your roller is on your body and what you're feeling attached to that, and then breath through those sensations. There are a couple different moves that I'd like to show you today, working with knots around your shoulder blades and around the top of your shoulder. There are so many more that you can do. I like to start sitting on the end of my foam roller. Take a seat. I like to get my tailbone right at the very end so that I can recline down on my back, and the back of my head will then rest on the roller. It's important that the back of your head is on the roller. You want the entire length of your spine to be supported by the foam roller. Your feet are on the mat. All 10 toes are facing forward. Your spine is lengthening out. So I like to do a slight little tuck, a posterior tilt of my pelvis to lengthen out my low back. So when I do that tilt, I'm thinking of this part of my lumbar spine, my low back, lengthening it out, tucking it under, just to get more connection with the foam roller and my spine. I'll do the same with my neck. I'll give it just a little tuck of the chin to lengthen out through spine. Hands, palms down on the earth beside my hip. And on the inhale, I reach my arms up towards the back of my mat. And on the exhale, I reach them back down. So this is just very beginning, starting to kind of create a little bit of space on either side of your spine. So inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, take them down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, take them down. From there, I will take my hands, interlace, take palms overhead, palms facing up towards the ceiling. On the inhale, take hands towards the back of the room. On the exhale, lengthen arms back up. Again, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I'll switch my grip. So just that you're doing it both ways. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Take your hands, palms are touching, interlace your fingers, leave your pointer fingers and thumb out. Take your hands again back towards the back of the mat. Maybe your pointer fingers come to the earth. Shrug your shoulders down, broad through your chest, breathe here. On your next inhale, release your hands, back of your hands to the mat. Take your hands wide like a T, palms face up. Breathe. Notice the sensation that is happening in your shoulder blades, between your shoulder blades and your spine. And then I'll take snow angels on the foam roller. So hands will come down towards hips, and then arms will reach up and overhead. I usually do this for about a minute. Just being aware of the tension, sensation, the knots that I'm feeling as I move my arms up and down. And then I'll come back to a neutral position, hands by my hips, and start to reach the arms back up. These are like mummy arms. Shrug your shoulders towards the ceiling. Hands are reaching up towards the sky. You're kind of concaving in your chest, and then do the opposite. Drop the shoulders down towards the earth as exaggerated as you can. Feel that stickiness around shoulder blades here. Sometimes I'll give a little shrug, one down and then up, but then we come back to it. Arms reach up and then settle down, exaggerated. Arms reach up, settle down, exaggerated. Arms reach up, settle down. Arms reach up and down, a little faster. Up, down, up, down, up, and down. Take your hands, give yourself a little hug. Shift your shoulders away from each other. So away from your ears, broad through collarbones. And then we'll switch, whichever arm's on top, just switch it up. Same thing, like you're trying to grab your shoulder blades, pressing into your hands. You're binding your torso, but you're shrugging your shoulders away from your ears. So to try and exaggerate that, shrug them in and then shrug them away. All right, from here, arms reach wide, palms will be down. This is my favorite movement for foam rolling, to shift to the right. So your right foot steps out slightly to support the foam roller as it moves to the right. Right hand is on the mat, and I'll just very gently, really slowly start to shift towards my right, foam rolling my left side, left upper back. And you may even hear it kind of stutter over some balls of stress that you have. And then I'll take it to the other side. So left foot will kind of walk out to the left, and the foam roller will roll over my right shoulder all the way out to the side. My back sometimes even comes to the earth. Be mindful as you do this. You want to feel it in the places of sensation that you have. So it's going to look different for everybody, but you definitely don't want to feel any sharp shooting pains. You definitely will feel sometimes a little bit of pinching. That's okay. You just want to get really mindful and aware around what is healthy pain versus what is unsafe pain. So you can make this more organic, like you see me doing here. I'm kind of laying a little bit on the mat. My knees are swaying to the right as my torso is leaning to the left. And then the same, I can shift back to the right, maybe knees kind of move over, point towards the left side. Maybe my gaze is pointing towards the left side of the room. So I encourage you to get, to explore a bit and how this shows up for you. To be mindful of what is feeling very sensational, and definitely working to stay with that space and breathe into that space. The final thing that I like to do with my foam roller, and it's a different direction for these next two exercises, would be neck stretching and shoulder stretching. Thoracic spine is right at our shoulder blades. So we'll take the foam roller to the thoracic spine. My feet are on the mat, and I'll have to lift my hips up so that I can move forward and backwards. And I'm noticing here, I'm a little bit too low, so I'm gonna take it a little higher. So we're just working the thoracic spine. And you can even, sometimes I'll take my head in my hands just so my neck is not really having to hold all the tension Lots of different ways that you can approach these. This has worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you. So I'll just do that a couple times, and then I'll let my sits bones come to the earth. I'll extend my legs out long, and I'll tuck my chin slightly and take the foam roller to the base of my skull. And from there, you'll start to feel the sensation as the weight of your head presses into the foam roller and little spots of tension start to release. Take your right chin towards your right collarbone, really slow. Just notice any sensation that comes with it. And then we'll come back through center. Chin towards your left collarbone. And back through center to the right. And back through center to the left. And back through center. So every time I do this, I notice that the foam roller kind of moves a little bit further back towards the top of my head. It's actually not a bad thing, because then you get some release in the tissue in the bottom part of your skull, so it's kind of like a head massage. I will eventually bring it back in and start again. You can get benefit when you just simply hold and breathe. Allow the tissue to melt into the foam roller. Allow the foam roller to create some release. Again, you can go right side of chin towards your right collarbone, back through center, take it other side. I hope this was a helpful foam rolling video for you. Again, this is for your shoulder blades, the top of your shoulders, your neck, and this is only just a couple. It's like barely scratching the surface of what you can do actually when you put your mind to foam rolling. Anytime you hold the foam roller in stillness, you're getting benefit. You can meditate with this. It is such a great tool to help alleviate discomfort and pain in your body, specifically with this video in your shoulders. I oftentimes, when I can't sleep, will foam roll, and it has put me right to sleep almost every time I've done it. Breathe into it. Take a couple minutes to do that. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.